Welcome to Raw Vibrant Health. My name is Light. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being awake at this pinnacle time in history. I hope you enjoy the show. Just wanted to let you guys know I have a TikTok, a brand new TikTok. My fingers are crossed. So far, it seems like I'm able to get things out there and they're not doing this to me. So go check me out there. I think it'll be a fun little experience. And of course, if you like this, give me this. Subscribe, hit the bell, put comments. Even though I don't get anything from YouTube still, it still probably helps with the algorithm. Give me likes, please. And without further ado, this is from me to you. This is a talk about something that is actually more prevalent than you would think, and that is eating disorders. Disordered eating. And we're not just talking about the anorexia, bulimia, those sorts of things, but we will get into that a little bit. We're also talking about the other stuff. Any kind of addictive act is a disorder, right? Anytime you're disordered from the now, you're disordered from your purpose, you're disordered from your breath, you're disordered from reality. You're probably in the mind or the past or the future. If you're overeating, you're binging, or in the worst case, like these people who are anorexic and bulimic, the bulimics, they're throwing up the food. You might see them eat the food, but guys, people throw up their own food. And it's really serious, and I really hope that people, if there's anyone out there that is in one of these more advanced cases, I hope that you will seek out help, or if there's someone you know, try to get them to seek out help, because anything is reversible, It's really hard though, anyone who has a disorder with eating, with emotional eating, or any kind of psychological issues, it always comes down to childhood, right? Childhood, trauma, things that got stored in the body, because the body stores your memories, And some of these are so painful that people do anything they can to forget about them, right? And sometimes people forget about them for a while, but they will come back up. And then that's when people go into the suppressive mode. They want to suppress the symptoms, right? They want to suppress the memories. They want to suppress the pain. They want to suppress the pain. And yeah, like I wanted to say, I said it briefly the other day on a video about, I believe her name was Xana, right? This poor woman who, I don't know anything about this raw vegan girl, but I do know that just from looking at the pictures, you know when someone has like something like a bulimic sort of thing going on, and my heart goes out to her, and she's in a better place, and it's really sad, it's really sad, but I don't know her at all. I don't know, but I just do know that, she was eating food, but like I said before, people throw this stuff up, guys, and that's how their arms get to be like this, and their head shrinks like this. It's so sad. So guys, if you have these psychological barriers, if you feel like you're in a prison cell, and that's with your health, your mental health, that's with your emotions. If you feel like you're in a prison, you got to get out of it. I'm telling you, you got to get out. Being in a prison is no good, and really, we have the choice. We are conscious creators. And I know sometimes you're too far gone. Some people are too far gone, and I know some people can't be helped, but Most people can be helped if they get that seed planted quick enough. They get that hand saying, here, I'm going to help you quick enough. They get that, whatever they need help with, they get that quick enough. They're going to change, you know, they will change if they're ready, you know. And so break out of your prison, ask for help if you need it, seek out help, seek out, talk about the things that are the most uncomfortable, the things that you're bottling up, because those are the things that are going to make you very unhealthy if you keep it inside. It's going to give you so much turmoil inside. And then people start to lose it, you know? People start to lose it. And yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what happened with Xana, or but yeah, and you know, everyone blames it. You can see everyone right away. The ego, blaming it on the raw vegan diet. Guys, there's so many super vibrant, healthy, thriving, long-term raw vegans. Check them out, okay? Don't blame it on the diet. You know? But anyone in any diet can have an eating disorder. It doesn't matter what you're eating. And yeah, just know that if you're doing raw foods, living foods, juices, fasting, you're gonna feel more and more of the deepest, darkest, painfulest stuff that you thought you'd never want to feel again, because they weren't dealt with. And you're not gonna feel that stuff on the meat, not to this extent. You're not gonna feel like this on the other foods, the heavy foods. So just be aware that it might be scary when you see your darkness, because we all have darkness. We all have the light, but the light comes with the opposite of that, right? So, yeah, I mean, for me personally, emotional eating has been the biggest thing. The biggest thing. Like, I know some of you guys have heard me talk about it a little bit. I've been a hermit for most of my life. I've always been the black sheep. I've drove around the US for 10 years by myself mostly, hiking by myself, living in an off-grid cabin far away from civilization by myself. So when I finally got onto this really path of purity 6 years ago, I really saw that the food is such a drug. The food is such a drug. I would binge so hard that I never was bulimic or anorexic, guys, but for a while, like that first year or so that I got on the raw foods, I was binging so hard, it was hurting my stomach. I was eating so much food that it was making me throw up. It's insane. It was insane. It was like, I wasn't throwing it up, but like sometimes I would be asked, it's just too much food, you know? But yeah, so many times I would eat and then it would hurt, and then I would either wait a little bit or keep eating and it would hurt more. So guys, I've definitely had a little bit of an eating disorder. There's subtleties to this though. The last, I don't know how many years now, my eating disorder is eating too many mangoes, right? Eating too much durian maybe. Not all the time. Or eating too much raw food, raw gourmet, or cooked food sometimes. And yeah, even juice. I think about juice like a drug. And the reason is, like I said, there's subtleties, right? The more that you get into the spiritual path and you get into the yoga, the meditation, facing your stuff, and then of course the fasting and all that, the fasting is like the right to it. Even the juice fasting can really just wipe away quite a bit, and you're just sitting there with yourself. And the reason being is because I don't masturbate, you know? I don't have sex, I don't gamble, you know? I don't have addictions. I don't do any risky behavior. I don't do anything except I like to eat. I still do. And I don't overeat every time. I don't do it every time, but guys, I'm sorry, I'm getting itchy from these bugs. Yeah, I don't know. What was I saying? Yeah, I was saying that. Yeah, I don't overeat all the time like I used to that first year. But I finally got a handle of this overeating pretty good like 4 years ago. Granted, I've still overeaten, definitely still quite a bit, to be honest. But I had a couple periods where I was like really, really good. You know, I was with this really conscious girl for a while, and that was amazing. And it was the first spiritual partnership I've ever had, and that was amazing. And and around that time and before that time, I really had it down. And when that stopped, I kept it up for quite a while, but this last year has been tough. It's been tough, and I have started to emotionally eat again. Granted, I might eat 3 meals a day, and that's overeating for me now. Before, I'd eat 5 extremely large meals a day sometimes. Even of fruit. Sometimes I eat 5 meals of fruit a day, like big-ass meals. So, I hope that my journey with my disordered eating will somehow show you that everyone has their crap, everyone has their demons, and if anyone is just going to pretend like they're Miss or Mr. Perfect, they're totally lying to you, and they probably have some of the darkest stuff of all, to be honest, you know? So it's been a challenge, and I'm vowing to more and more just eat 1 meal a day, or just juices until 1 meal, or 2 meals a day, or even 3 meals is okay if I don't overdo it, you know? And if I'm not doing it for the wrong reasons, you know? That's the thing that's been so hard for me, is like, I left my whole business that was making money. I had it going for 10 years, and then the Corona thing happened, and I'm like, all right, I'm going all in. Well, that was before the Corona. I was like, I'm going all in on detox. And then the Corona thing happened, and then of course I have to speak the truth. And 3 years ago, they just totally dismantled me. I was starting to like super blow up. And so, yeah, when you can't live your purpose, A, and you can't make a living, B, and you're like starting to get into debt, which is a new experience for me. And then you keep trying to make things happen, like getting communities going, help people remove blood clots. You try to stir up things, and for me, this has been a really challenging time, and yeah, really to just not be able to live your purpose and to have that voice. Because before, right when it started, I was like, bam, I was getting so much traction, and I was like, you guys know when you have a business, you know when finally you're ready and you've done enough work and it's going to pay off. That's how it was 3 years ago. And granted, I've still helped, you know, a lot of people in person, and I've helped still some people from the internet, but it's definitely been more people in person, and wherever I go, I just start getting the word of mouth, but it's not paying the bills, you know, and so that has made me eat a lot more, because I've been completely isolated. I keep trying to get things going, and I'm starting to wonder what's wrong with me. I'm starting to wonder why can't I get what I'm trying to create? But then there's the other part of me is like, wait, this world is sick. This world is full of addicts on all sorts of levels. This world is so deprived and full of poison and mind controlled and numb that I'm just a little too pure for this world. And don't take that as an egotistical thing. Just take that as, I know who I am, and look at me. I live in nature. If I can get the pristine air, I will go get it. If I can get the pristine water, I will go get it. If I can get the pristine, local, non-sprayed, high vibratory foods, I'm gonna get it, you know? So, so my point is that it's been a challenge, but yeah, it hasn't been like it was that first year. And that first year, it kind of hit me by surprise because I was like, wow, I didn't know I was that much of an addict, because I was so full of mucus and numbing myself so much with food, with the heavy foods, that I was ignoring all the signs and any messages I was getting from the higher power. Well, not any, but a lot of them. And so when 6 years happened, 6 years ago when I got on this path finally, I was like, I know this is the time to get the juicer back out and start doing what like the Life Regenerator told me to do 12 years ago or whatever. Get the juicer. But with that, I started to face, wow, all this stuff from 15 years before that, or whatever years before that, 11 years before that, give or take, where I was a crazy drug addict. And so that addiction, when you stop the drugs, especially the way I stopped it, without AA, without, just with the total divine intervention, like bad drugs, when you stop that, you're going to have a lot of stuff to work through. Because I didn't notice at the time, but I switched from the drugs right to the food. It was just like, there was no even noticing of it until 6 years ago. And it's been a real battle, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope that this finds somebody well. I hope you can hear me. I'm kind of yelling, and because of the water over there, and it's getting dark. I hope that something useful came out of this. Like I said yesterday on the video, thank you guys so much. Seriously, from the bottom and top of my heart, I really appreciate having a voice where I can be seen in my authentic, true self, and I can live my purpose. Hey, if only a couple hundred people see the video and maybe only a couple watch the whole video, hey, only a couple watch them, hey, that's a couple people that got something out of this. And yeah, at the end of the day, like, I don't, like I said, I'm not making anything from YouTube here. I'm not getting any affiliates, no Google AdSense, no nothing. So if you can, please just like, subscribe, and if you can share this video that you think it's really good, share it, please, because I'm not able to even put my own stuff out there. That's how badly I'm blocked on some platforms. So so yeah, I guess the final thing I'll say is, yeah, the peace is always within you, It's always within you. It's in the heart. Sometimes we put barriers over the heart. Sometimes we try to numb ourselves. We want to numb the pain. But guess what? You numb the pain, you shoot the heroin, guess what? When you come off, the pain's still there. You drink the alcohol, guess what? The pain's still there. You're banging, you're a sex addict, guess what? Guess what? The pain is still there. Doesn't matter what kind of addiction you have, You like jumping out of airplanes. The pain's still going to be there when you get back to Earth, So it's all about managing this stuff, getting the help you need. It's not really a bad thing to talk to someone, talk to a therapist, if it's the right energy, Shit, if I could find the right one, I would. I know that's what I put the title as one of my last videos. It was kind of a joke, but not really. I could definitely use something regular with my life. But anyways, I hope that you guys are being good, being happy, enjoying your life. It's a special gift. It's sacred, and may all beings be free. May all beings be free, and that's that. Love you.